Hello, class. My name is Eric Hartley, and this is my video discussion for Unit 1 of PM692 regarding conflict resolution and difficult people. Um, for conflict resolution, some methods for that is listening to other people, both sides of the conflict. See if you can help identify what people like to know that they're being heard. If they know they're being heard, they're more likely to listen and be open to possible solutions. There's more than one possible. There's also one possible. Acknowledge that there's more than one path to achieving your objective. Be willing to accept alternative solutions to meet the same objective. There's more than one way. There's often more than one roads into town. Not everyone thinks the same way as you do or as anyone else, and acknowledging that people think differently will help resolve that conflict because they may just see something differently than you. Also, educate yourself because in a project there might be points where they're just going to be naturally going to arise conflict when people are trying to get things done, deadlines, and at different stages in the plan. Acknowledge that those things are going to happen and be prepared and prepare yourself and your team so that way when those conflicts do arise, everyone's like, oh, okay, this is probably going to happen. And also be open to and help others accept compromise. Sometimes people are so stuck and they think their way is the only way, but understand that, hey, there's alternatives. If you can meet me halfway, then I'll meet you halfway and we can both win. Um, Dealing with difficult people, rarely people set out to be difficult. More often than not, they get set up by the situations they're in to be difficult. Asking people what they need, acknowledging that you heard them and recognize that they want something often will help them know that they're being heard and will decrease that difficulty. Listen to what they're asking. Sometimes we get so often, and I've got to find a solution first, that you're not hearing exactly what they want, and your solution that you jump to in the first sentence that they said might not be what they're asking for the final sentence of their argument. Listen to what they're saying. Help to learn to understand what they're saying, and so you can help root out what exactly it is they're looking for and what they need. Using empathy to acknowledge someone else's frustrations will go a long way to helping them listen to possible resolutions. And educate yourself on their situation. Find out what it is they're doing, and the more information you have, the better it is you'll be able to help them resolve their solution. This honestly sounds like me and my kids every day, with especially toddlers, is conflict resolution with difficult people. But in reference to this class, one reference I found was in Shelburne Conflict Resolutions Theory, Research, and Practice about a Spink County War in South Dakota in 1879 between two towns that were vying to become the county seat, Old Ashton versus Redfield. At one point, they decided the citizens resolved that the only way to get this done is through conflict, and so they went and invaded the other towns. And as they were in the process, Redfield was in the process of getting ready to set fire to Old Ashton. The train came through, a non-scheduled train, which caused everybody's distracted everyone. And it turns out some other residents had decided that they didn't want to have a conflict, so they went and found an alternative means, and they brought a judge in from outside with an injunction to halt the legal matter that was causing the conflict, and the judge was able to negotiate a peace, a resolution that both sides accepted because someone thought outside the box and distracted them with something that was out of the ordinary, and they presented an alternative solution. The conflict was resolved, and no harm was done, no people were killed, no buildings were burned, and the matter was settled relatively peacefully. Thank you. See you guys later.